Hey everybody, Nailed or Failed Reviews. Today we're going to be talking about problem number 2 fix for this Taurus Millennium PT111 G2. Before I get to the fix, I want to address some of the comments that were made in the problem number 1 video. The number 1 comment was stop dry firing the gun. I just want to clarify that I don't sit in my garage and dry fire this gun. I know a lot of people do get training through dry firing and putting dummy rounds into their gun, and that's fine. But I don't do that. I shoot USPSA matches with this gun, and that's how I get my training with it. I do shoot it at the indoor range about once a week to also get training with it, but at no time am I sitting in my garage just dry firing this thing like some crazy person. The only time it gets dry fired is when I'm taking it apart or showing that it's safe at a USPSA match. So I just wanted to clarify, because there was a lot of comments made that just because I was showing myself on video dry firing it, that's what caused it to break. That was to show you guys how the double action was working inconsistently. So hopefully that clears things up. The second thing I want to address was people said, "Oh, you said you're shooting hot loads through it. That's unsafe and that's going to hurt your gun." What I was referring to was self-defense ammunition, which is usually a higher pressure than just Winchester white box ammunition. And yes, I am a reloader, and this gun has a bunch of reloads shot through it. But if you ask any reloader, no one in their right mind would produce ammunition that would be considered an unsafe pressure, or even have the possibility of blowing up their gun or anything like that. That's just stupid and really unsafe, and no reloader would do that. You don't want to hurt yourself, you don't want to hurt your equipment. So, I don't know where you guys are getting that from, who made those comments. The third thing was some people made comment, well, you're shooting it in USPSA matches. That gun is not made for that. I don't know what you guys think guns are made for, but really, in my opinion, any gun should be able to handle shooting something like a USPSA match. You don't really shoot any more than 120 rounds at a match, and it's no different than buying a 100 count white box ammunition at Walmart and heading to the indoor range and firing it off within 20 to 30 minutes, which we all know is very easy to do. USPSA matches take hours, and in one stage you might shoot only 10 to 15 rounds. So I don't think that using this gun in a USPSA match is going to be hurting it or anything like that. And so again, I just wanted to clear up those top 3 comments about dry firing, unsafe ammunition, and USPSA match use. It's all baloney. So please don't read the comments and think that that's what's going on and I'm trying to put this gun through some type of torture test. With that said, let's get to the fix. Hey everybody, Nailed or Failed Reviews here. Today we're going to be talking about the problem number 2 that I had with my Taurus PT111 G2, which was the recoil spring. Here we have a picture of the old recoil spring along with the new assembly I got to take care of the problem. So let's check it out now on Nailed or Failed Reviews. Now, if you've been checking out my other videos, I need to apologize to start with, to say that I've been really slow on getting the videos up on YouTube. I've had this gun since July of 2014, a lot of the rounds through it, and some of the videos I posted were sort of out of order and might not have made sense to most of you because I was saying one thing or another and it sort of sounded contradictory to each other. Anyways, I'm trying to get all the videos up now because I've experienced another problem. This problem has since been fixed, but I wanted to make this video to again go over it and show you guys what the issue is and what the fix is. And that was problem number 2 again. There's a video specifically for it. This video is to talk about the fix for the recoil spring. Just showing what the initial problem was, and that was basically that, as you can see here, the slide wouldn't go back. So I was shooting this gun in a match and it kept just jamming up and wasn't ejecting, wasn't loading around. Really couldn't figure out what was going on at the line, and so I just had to stop the match. Came home, made the video about the gun to show people what was happening, and what the problem ended up being was that the recoil spring is not flattened on one end, and so it comes off of its retainer and when the spring gets compressed, that forces the spring to actually bulge up, and that is what is restricting the slide from going back to eject the round completely and pick up another one. So here you can see this is the close-up of the spring and what it looks like. It's basically deformed, one because of rounds being shot through it, also just because it's not flattened down against the little retainer ring. I have experience with springs in suspension for different applications, and a big thing is making sure that the spring is completely flat against its retainer so that it does not do things like this, which is basically deform under compression. The fix for this is really easy. You have to buy a new recoil spring. As far as I know, there are no completely steel rod recoil spring assemblies for this gun. They just have the plastic rod with it. So what you have to do is you can either call them and order one, which can really be a pain in the ass, or what I did was I did both. I called them, and at the same time I was online doing the online chat. The guy on the phone charged me for one, which was really dumb because the gun wasn't even, I think, 8 months old when I had this problem, and the guy on the chat sent me one for free. So I have a couple spares. You know, if you're going to be shooting a lot of rounds through it, definitely check this out, and just check it out in general to see if you have a gun from maybe an older, from 2014 when I bought this gun, or maybe even it was a 2013 that had been just sitting around at the gun store. Check your gun to see if it actually has the spring flat on both ends of the retainer, on the front and on the back. If it's not, then you're going to run into this problem at some point. If it is, you should be good, and I would just buy a recoil assembly to have on hand as a backup. But again, if you go to your gun, check it out. If the spring is completely rounded on the back end of it, then I would definitely invest in a new recoil spring and take care of your gun that way. So that's it for the problem number 2 fix. You just got to get a new recoil spring if you have something like this. Now, if you call up Taurus and try to get one under warranty, they may or may not do it for you. Like I said, I was on the phone with one guy at one time and on online chat on another, or at the same time, and the guy on the phone did charge me $35 plus $7 shipping, and offered to refund my price, the $35, if I sent back the old one. So that's what I did in the end, and it's just something that I guess is just a little thing you got to take care of. Again, I'm making this video showing my experience just like you see now, shooting the gun in USPSA matches, and the problems that I'm encountering. I'm in no way consider myself any type of gun expert or anything like that. So hope you guys understand what's going on here. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, and check out the third video to come soon.